Busy day today?
Huh?
Busy day today? How many cuts you got?
Here I have 4 or 5, and then at my house I got 3 more.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the vlog. You know, if you're new here, this is the channel where you get to see a mid-30-year-old dude redo life as a barber. I have a new video coming out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 1 p.m. And if you're wondering what day it is another beautiful Saturday, YouTube. You know, we had a great streak. It got kind of messed up last week with a little cloudy day, but we're out here now. First Saturday of beautiful weather, so hopefully we could go 2 for 2. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I am wetting some towels so I could put it in our little hot towel, little steamer thing, you know, for when I do straight razor shades and all that good stuff. Today, it's kind of a weird day, honestly. We have what's gonna be our first quote-unquote celebrity client, right? But he's also I love Joe. What's it called? He had scheduled it for 11 and then moved it to 1, and then now we have it to 12, and I'm just crossing my fingers in that sense. So what's it called? So it's gonna be sick. And then as I was in the parking lot right now, I had Blair. Blair's a previous client. He has 2 kids and was just like, hey man, can I bring my kids? And I said, absolutely. He wanted to do all 3 of them. So he should be coming in at any moment right now. And pretty excited for that. You know, I haven't had too many kids haircuts at all. And I know Blair is a super great dude, and I'm pretty sure his kids are super well behaved. So it's going to be sick in that sense. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, man. I probably might end up with no haircuts. That's a reality, you know. So we're just gonna like cross our fingers and go from there. All right, so that's gonna do it for that haircut. What's it called? We only got to cut one of them today. I handed off the other kid because there was 2 boys. One of the kids, we sent him up to a fellow student because, you know, they're taking time bombs, and I take a long time for my haircuts. And that was my first time cutting a 6-year-old for that matter. And thankfully, you know, Jack was so well behaved. The haircut took like an hour and 20 minutes. And I think the good thing about kids too is because you know they're taking time bomb, it's gonna force you to like cut a little bit faster, but make sure they're walking out good. And it also kind of like correlates to the haircut that we had like 3 days ago with Paul, and where we had to take up his taper a little bit higher, and we were able to do that in 20 minutes, whereas like the rest of the haircut took a very long time, you know, in that sense. So it's more so like that kind of like falls into diamond under pressure, you know, kind of thing. So his haircut was great. It was a medium fade, and it was a big trim up. I did the time lapse, did some before and afters, you know, towards the end of it, you know, he was just like shaking all over the place. Not shaking, but like, you know, anything that's like distracting in that sense, you know, they're gonna want to like turn to it, you know. So I actually did something new kind of thing. So basically, typically like we put in all of our guidelines, right? And then you fade those guidelines out, pretty simple. This time, like, because I was putting in my guidelines and because he was like smoothing all over the place, I decided to fade down, you know? So I basically debulked a lot of his hair, and then I just started fading down. No, I debulked all this hair, and then I made an attempt at the guidelines, and it wasn't like completely straight or the way I wanted them in that sense, because he's like shaking all over the place. So once I got like the rough draft of those crooked lines, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna audible into fading down. I don't know if that's the move or not the move. You can let me know in the comment section, you know, what you guys do with 6-year-olds. But yeah, I pretty much went in through that and started, went through that process with that, and it was working really good for me. The fade was solid. There was some parts of it where there was like dark spots there, and where we cleaned up in the detailing work. I did have Miss Vo come in and help me out with the trim up top kind of thing, because for some reason, anytime I was like grabbing his like forehead area, I feel like I was just like grabbing a few rows back. So that could be a few different things from positioning, or I was just grabbing too much hair for that matter. So we got little Jack all squared away, and he was going to 2 birthday parties today, back-to-back birthday parties. So we're gonna make sure Jack is looking really good for all that, and his brother. Shout out J-Mo. Shout out to J-Mo for hitting his brother's haircut. And Blair, the father, said he's gonna come back next week. So no harm, no loss, and no harm, no foul kind of thing. So now, you know, we got a little bit of time. Initially, you know, I thought Blair was gonna come in right after his kid, but you know, they're kids, right? Like, and both of those kids would have been sitting, you know, just waiting for Pops to get out. And these kids are so, one of the things I look about Blair is he's a very outdoorsy guy, a very active guy. And these kids are 100 miles per hour in a sense of like, dude, they just want to be outside. They want to play and all that. So Pop sitting down for a haircut for 16 hours with me just wasn't going to be something, you know, in that sense. So we're going to pause that. He's going to come back sometime next week. So I'm pretty stoked about that. That being said, you know, we do have confirmation for our next appointment with Joe, Chancla Academy. So Joe is someone that I've done a lot of work with in the past, and you know, I've been kind of like asking him quite a bit to come in for a haircut. Joe's a very busy guy, just with his whole comedic career and stuff. So pretty stoked to come in, you know. Hopefully we could get him here on a usual basis, you know, kind of thing, and we could do some more collaborative pieces together. You know, I think that would be really cool. We've gone back and forth on a few different ideas, but you know, this haircut session in itself would be one of those things where we're just gonna chop it up. We're gonna chop it up, see how he's doing, and you know, see what we could do in the future in the sense of projects, or we might even just come up with a project together. The few times that we've been together, we're both very creative people, and it's just something that just kind of happens organically. So that being said, I'm gonna start yapping, and we're gonna get to this haircut right now. You see that? You see that? That is a great outro, not recorded. It is very unfortunate. Oh my God, I am right there. I am right there. Let me just back this up a little bit. It is a very unfortunate situation that we have here. Say hi to my dog, Kilo. She loves me, which is awesome. I need all the love I can get. So please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But anyways, what's it called? So I didn't record the audio. And you know, there's a lot happening. I'm a one-man show. I'm running and gunning. There was a lot happening that day. Sorry, it won't happen again. Please forgive me. But it doesn't mean that there shouldn't be a video. I had a while to debate on this, but you know, we're here now with Kilo, and you're in my editing station right behind me. So let's talk about the haircut. The haircut came out great. I mean, obviously, Joe's haircut just didn't need much in that sense. I'm gonna run the before and afters as we get through this. What's it called? Doesn't need much. However, one thing that I did notice and that drove me crazy. Yes, the haircut came great, but I messed up. The thing that drove me crazy is that, and I didn't realize it till after the fact. So this little outro wouldn't have really mattered, because this review of the haircut is what's important. Joe, Chancla Academy, has a lot of followers on Instagram, right? And that's awesome. I gave him a haircut. He shouted me out. But the problem was, I didn't blend his beard in enough to his haircut. And it's driving me crazy seeing all of his videos with this disconnected beard, or this like absurd like start to his beard. You know, like, it's been driving me crazy. Lesson learned, you know, because he's posting these videos of him in this haircut, and I can't unsee the beard not being connected. My heart is literally broken, you know? So basically, Bella, get down. So basically, lesson learned, you know, something that, you know, is gonna create a massive queue in like how I'm approaching these haircuts. So yeah. Hey man, shout out Chasing It, man, because these lessons, they don't come in the brochure, you know. And dude, I follow Chancla Academy, and he posts a lot. So like, it's already filtered out a little bit. But when we first gave him this haircut, mind you, this was like a week ago. The beard thing, it was driving me nuts. It was literally driving me crazy on all of his videos. And I was just like, this is such a terrible showcasing of his barber right now. So Joe, I'm sorry, please come back and sit in my chair. But that's gonna do it for the video. If you're new here, this is a vlog of a mid-30-year-old dude redoing life as a barber. I am currently accomplishing that at barber school, at the greatest barber school in the galaxy, Faded Culture Academy. I have a new vlog coming out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 1 p.m. sharp on the dot. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you like a fat kid loves cake. Goodbye.